Whew. Jesus, it's been another week already. Man, time flies when you're living. Let's take a look, shall we? Gonna start off with 2 CDs. My back is tired. I don't know if I mentioned how I had ordered that David Lynch one, the Cellophane Memories. It never came in. I got a refund. Anyway, but I did end up buying this from Rare Waves' eBay site, which is a digipack. It's Twin Peaks Season 2 Music and More. It has a hell of a lot of tracks on it. That's 22 tracks. It also comes with, outside of some interesting things, outside of your booklet, which has the same artwork from inside the actual set, talks about the music, has a bunch of images, different characters. It has some images from like Season 2 and the prequel, Fire Walk With Me. There is nothing at all about like any of the songs. It just has random images of some of the actors, which is really funny. That's from Season 1. Some of these are just from Season 1. There's an image of like a pin, which is curious. And this is like released in like 2019. However, it did come with a little poster image from Fire Walk With Me. It's just called Twin Peaks Music. David Lynch, Angelo Badalamenti. Music from the 2nd season and more. That's cute. Then we have Thought Gang. Another David Lynch one with Angelo Badalamenti. Selection of songs there. Obviously it's black, so... Yep. 12 songs. Curious. It's a CD. You know what it's like. The regular stuff. I need to load this into my phone and actually listen to it now. And with those two, because it was from Rare Waves and you could buy 2 and buy 3 and you get 20% off, I got Suitable Flesh, which came out maybe 2 years ago, I think 2023, yeah. My friends got to see the Monster Fest premiere in Australia. I missed out because I didn't want to see it. So now I have a Blu-ray, which comes with behind the scenes, a commentary, blooper reel, storyboard to screen, and a suitable score, which is a conversation with the composer. Yeah, it's pretty standard. Region A locked, shutter version. Some nice artwork, I guess. It's fine. And then I did a big order from Second Sight because I was looking for one particular film on the Umbrella website, and decided to get the Second Sight version instead. I'll talk about that in a second. We start with Willard. Willard is an eco-horror film about a boy who becomes friends with a rat, and the rat starts killing people. I don't know. It's a new 4K restoration. There's an audio commentary and an interview. It's the Second Sight version. It's a pretty standard release. Region B, probably not locked, but I don't know. This does come with, however, a sequel. Ben. It even says, where Willard ended, Ben begins. This time he's not alone. So, maybe spoilers. Ben survives. A new HD transfer and restoration using the best surviving archival print, and a commentary with Lee Montgomery, interview with Lee Montgomery, radio spots and stuff. So nothing too big, but at the same time, not bad. And again, these were 2 that I actually looked at Lee's book to see if he'd said anything about them in eco-horror territory, and he'd said positive things. I was like, cool, they were only like $22 each, I'll buy them. The reason I went on the Second Sight website, Walkabout, because this came with just so much extra stuff, and I couldn't be bothered getting the 4K UHD from Criterion because this came with more stuff. It's a new 4K restoration, audio commentary with Luke Rogue and David Thompson, a producing Walkabout interview, Luke's Walkabout new interview. There's just interview, and a BFI 2011 commentary interview. It doesn't have the commentary with Nicholas Rogue, which I believe the Criterion and the Umbrella Entertainment versions have. Artwork's the same on the inside. But at the same time, I want to get this. It's a iconic Australian film. I wanted to get it because I just realized I just don't have it. I've never seen it before. So I wanted to rectify that, and I didn't want to pay $60 to $80 for the Criterion version and I didn't want to pay $25 for a shitty Australian version, so I figured I'll go with the second side version. Seems to be the best way to go. And that was, of course, why I went on the website, which, of course, encouraged me to finally buy Revenge from the non-Oscar winning director who did the Substance? Yeah. But this comes with a nice array of special features. I've been wanting to watch this for quite a while now, so I'm very keen to finally have it. But yeah, you get a new interview of the director and one of the actors, as well as new interview of another actor. It's just a bunch of interviews. Interview, and a new audio commentary by Kat Ellinger. I'm friends with her on Facebook. She's great. So yeah. Cool. Revenge. Yay. An interesting one. Betty Blue. This again was one of those ones where I was like, I'll probably get the Criterion. But this is a 2-disc set, which comes with the disc 1 and disc 2. Okay, it just says, what is that? 3:72 in the morning? I don't know what that means. 37 degrees in the morning. Anyway, the Blu-ray is the director's cut, which apparently is the better version. It is 3 hours long. Apparently it's a fucking insane film. It's 185 minutes. The theatrical cut is 121 minutes. It's an hour the difference. But the second disc, which is a DVD, has the original theatrical version, Blue Notes and Bungalows, the making of Betty Blue, which features a bunch of interviews, and the screen tests. So it was either this or the Criterion, and this was cheaper, so I went with this instead, which I think both of them are basically identical prints. Yeah. There wasn't too much difference when I looked at it, so I was like, I'm happy with this. I think Betty Blue might be in a 4K UHD, but I was happy with this. This is fine. This is tricky. I got Chopper. Now, I haven't opened this because, despite it having a new 2K scan, audio commentary of Alexandra Helen Nicholas and Josh Nelson, and even one with Chopper Reed himself, and a bunch of other interviews, I'm probably not going to keep this version. I might give it to a friend because I ordered the limited edition version. And I've since, when I got it in and saw that it wasn't the limited edition version because it comes with a booklet, and the booklet, a friend of mine wrote it, and I was like, I kind of want that booklet. I emailed them about it. They said that they're going to send me the limited edition version. So, that sucks. But I mean, at least I get an extra copy of Chopper, so now I can just, I guess, give that to a friend and be like, hey, here's a classic Australian crime film. I'll probably give it to Phil and Katie, so, yeah. Anyway, we got 3 more in. JB, like I said, would have a sale, and they had a sale. Weirdly, because I'd ordered what I had last week, which was like Wicked and a couple other films, Amadeus, the 3 Umbrella films, whatever. If you remember that video from a week ago, I mentioned in it that, because that was a buy 2 get 1 free, and then the other 2, that I was hoping that there would be a 20% off sale within the next 2 weeks. There was one exactly a week later, actually earlier than a week later. But the thing is, Wicked didn't apply to the sale, but I was able to go online, because I ordered it online for a pickup, and apparently it will be transferred into my account within 3 to 5 business days. I went to my local JB, was looking for the Gene Hackman set from Imprint. They did not have it, unfortunately. However, they did have 2 other releases I did want, and one that I didn't know existed. I think I'd forgotten about it. So first up we got Jerry Maguire. This is one that, it was like $12, maybe $11, which is fine, especially for a Blu-ray with a pretty sizable amount of special features. You got the 3-part retrospective, like, documentary, bunch of interviews, 60 minutes of never before seen deleted and extended scenes. Also includes, so those are all new special features, also includes picture-in-picture visual commentary featuring Cruz, Zellweger, Cuba Gooding Jr., and Cameron Crowe, plus deleted scenes of the director and editor's commentary, rehearsal footage, my first commercial, Drew Rosenhaus, and music videos and a bunch of other shit, making of featurette. There's a music video for Secret Garden by Bruce Springsteen. This doesn't seem to have the audio commentary. At least it doesn't emphasize as much. I say that because my DVD copy, which I didn't realize I had a DVD, my parents' DVD copy, has a commentary, whereas this doesn't. So I've never really seen the film properly. It's always one of those, it's on TV all the time, so you always see it in parts, but you never really know what actually happens in the film, outside of, I don't know, sports, I guess. But a brand new release that just came out. was this one. Hardware, which is from Umbrella. It retails for $55, which is not fun. It's, I think, $55 to $60, if not $60 on the Umbrella website. A lot of the ones at JB are $5 cheaper, which is why I usually wait for the JB to get it, but the only thing is if you don't go for the, like, you could miss out on the slipcover variant, whatever, which is a limited edition, but you could also get the more limited edition version from the Umbrella store. In this case, this one just came out. It wasn't even on the shelf, which is bizarre, because it should have been. I had to ask at the counter for it, because it said online that it was in stock. Fucking, why won't this open? So we have Hardware. Apparently it's a Richard Stanley, like, apocalyptic kind of slasher, I feel like. Glossy cover. You do get the back cover, which does emphasize a lot of special features, as well as it is one of 5,000 units, so there's obviously a lot of these floating around. So it has interview of director, audio commentary of the director, another audio commentary, a making of, then a bunch more interviews, a video essay by Bryn Tilley, original storyboard featurette, deleted extended scenes, Richard Stanley on Hardware 2, which did have a comic book version if you got the deluxe set, but I've never seen the film, so I don't really want to spend like $100 on it. And a 1990 documentary, a 2006 short film, another short film, a bunch of interviews, so much stuff just for one release, which is nice, you know. Again, interesting artwork. I actually knew about this because one of my mother's colleagues said it was one of his favorite films, and said like, oh, you gotta watch Hardware. It's a great, like, obscure 90s, like, horror film. And I thought it sounded familiar, but it wasn't. But it was because maybe Umbrella had announced it at the time that I said there was artwork on the back. I love the color. The color is really nice. But yeah, so I didn't ever get to tell the guy that Umbrella was doing a Blu-ray release, even though he would have had to have bought the $50-odd 4K Blu-ray, which still tells you all the special features on the back, which is nice. It is 5.1 and 2.0 DTS master audio, 93 minutes. You get a little thingy saying, go on Brawly, you can stream movies, you get your 4K disc, you get your Blu-ray disc, not too much. In contrast, you can swap that around. Obviously, it removes the rated R sticker for high level of violence. Imagine that, violence in a movie. That's crazy. It's pretty simplistic for what it is, so I'm eager to watch it as someone who does, like, you know, I feel like saying AI apocalypse movies, like in the vein of, you know, Terminator. The only problem is, like, you go for AI kind of stuff now and you just think of those stupid videos online that are just an absolute disgrace, so, you know, you can't win them all. But then, of course, we have the Burt Reynolds film focus set featuring White Lightning, Hustle, Gator, and I Am Burt Reynolds. And I saw this in store, again, looking for the Gene Hackman one, which is at a different store, unfortunately. I knew it wasn't in stock, but it said that, you know, sometimes it's in stock. Like, Jerry Maguire didn't say it was in stock at the place I was looking for, and I was there, and I was like, you know, why don't I grab it? Especially because I had, like, a coupon voucher, actually, and I had enough money for, like, Jerry Maguire and Hardwire, so I basically only paid for this. Well, literally only paid for this. But I had, like, it would have been, like, $2 left on the card. So instead of paying, well, this is $119. I got it for maybe $94. Roughly about that much. But these film focus sets are quite nice from Imprint. I think I have 3 now. I have the Jessica Lange one and the Jennifer Connelly one. But as you see there, it has a slew of special features. Some brand new ones as well. There's a Burt, a decade behind the wheel interview from 2024 for White Lightning. Hustle has a video essay by Blake Howard. Gator has Burt, a decade behind the camera, you know, interview with people from 2024, and the I Am Burt Reynolds documentary comes with I Am the Documentarian, which is an interview with the director. I like how it actually highlights them in white, whereas it just the rest of them are like, oh, these rest of these were all pre-existing features. But yeah, I can't say I'm not a big Burt Reynolds fan. Like, I I've only really got into his movies as of like last year because I watched the Box of Burt set from Umbrella Entertainment, and that was really interesting. Like, they're not the best films in the world, but then I did just watch Smokey and the Bandit last night, and that was pretty fun. And there was there's a couple others. I got the movie Shark. I don't know. I know why, because Lee did a video essay on it, but still. So we start with White Lightning. Again, comes with audio commentary, some other special features. It's probably an all regions disc as well, which is good. This is the first Gator McCluskey film. Burt Reynolds is Gator in White Lightning. So, some inside artwork, which is pretty nice. These are, of course, all 70s films from like 74 through to 76. Just prior to his, obviously, big success with Smokey and the Bandit. This is Hustle, which is from a 4K scan, which is really interesting. And also comes with a audio commentary by Daniel Creamer, which I know of several of releases I have that have Daniel Creamer on them. You start to realize how many people pop up on the same releases, or like just on the same brand of releases, which is nice. If they're good enough to be on multiple releases, then they must be good enough, like, in general. So that's pretty cool. And then there is Gator. Gator comes with the documentary as a second disc feature, as it says there. Gator's special features, then the documentary. It doesn't have a runtime written down for the documentary. I know it's 90 minutes, but like it doesn't actually tell you, which is kind of strange. It just tells you that Gator is an hour and 56 minutes. But yeah, so again, it comes with an audio commentary and an archival Burt Reynolds interview by critic Jim Wally for Cinema Showcase, as well as the Burt Reynolds decade behind the camera kind of deal. So yeah, you got your Gator disc, the I Am Burt Reynolds disc. Viavision also did do, who are the parent company for Imprint, did do a Smokey and the Bandit trilogy set. I might just wait for a standard release to come out for that rather than the limited edition, because I don't really need the art cards, and I did just get the 4K, which looks really nice. But knowing that a lot of the cast reprised their characters for the second film, and I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty interesting. And then the third film is like, it's some of those characters. It ain't Burt Reynolds and Sally Field, but it's a lot of the rest of them, and I'm like, I mean, maybe, but again, like, I enjoyed Smokey. I might enjoy the other two, but again, I will gladly wait. I'm happy to have the 4K than to have a mediocre-looking transfer. So, yeah, but I'm happy to have these. This is fun. Sure. I guess you can't go wrong with more Burt Reynolds. Or maybe you can. It depends on what era. I'm not big on the 80s Burt Reynolds, but of course, you can't go wrong with 70s Burt Reynolds. So, I have that Rent-A-Cop film as well. Holy shit. Just to quickly jump in, because I got 2 more in today, and today's Friday, so I figured, fuck it, I'll just jump this in. I got this, which is it's called The Classics. It's The Ghosts of Miss Muir, All About Eve, How Green Was My Valley, and A Fair to Remember, and Heaven Knows Mr. Allison. It's a 5-disc set. I don't think it has any special features. Cast galleries, that's a hell of a special feature. I got it because Mum wanted The Ghost of Miss Muir, and this was like $30. There were sets that were like, of just the one film by itself, that was, $9, and they all come through an artwork, which is nice. But I was like, look, I know that they've got All About Eve, but we don't have any of the rest of these films. I don't think I have An Affair to Remember. I definitely don't have How Green Was My Valley or whatever, so I'm like, screw it, I'll just get the whole set. It's kind of more bang for your buck. Rather than $9 for one DVD, you get 5 films for $30, which is pretty good. So, I also got in these 2, Distant Lands and the final seasons of Adventure Time from Amazon. It was the only way to get them with the extra discs. This comes with, I think, season 7, maybe 8, 9, or 10 with all of them on DVD, which I already have 1 to 8. If you saw that, I got the previous collection Blu-ray set. But because they had this on Blu-ray as well, I figured I'd grab it. There's no special features on the Distant Lands version, but it does at least come with a slipcover, and it's a slim slipcover, so that's quite nice, and it's all regions. The DVD, I believe, is region 1, but, at least I have all of Adventure Time now, except for Fiona and Cake, but what does it matter? At least I've got, at least I got these, which, again, this one at least has, it is region 1, says it there. does come with special features, which is nice. It's weird that it says the final seasons and doesn't tell you what the final seasons are. But that's fine. 627 minutes, holy crap. Cool. And, hilariously, which actually I had tracking for, which I was actually surprised by, because I thought it was going to be my replacement disc for the Blair Witch Project. It wasn't. I got Chopper in, the one I mentioned earlier in the video. I even got a little slip, which I don't want to show, just because it has some details you don't need to know about, but it does actually say, please ensure a correct version is sent for this replacement order. Because they, send a little invoice, obviously, and that's what I did. When I got it, I sent the picture of the order with the invoice saying, hey, I ordered the limited edition. I'm like thinking, I did pay that extra much for a limited version. I would like to have that, I was like, I don't know how else to phrase this. At least in my mind, I'm like, I don't know how else to phrase this outside of, here's the evidence. Can we do something about this? I was expecting a refund. They sent me a replacement, which is great, because it means that I have it. I have what my order was meant to be, and thanks to Second Sight for being very swift on it. This was Monday that order came in, and within 2-3 hours after I had sent them the email, they responded, probably because, again, they're in the UK, I'm in Australia. They would have just, started work, whatever, and seen that and be like, oh, shit, hey, let's get this out today. And it got here by the end of the week, which is great, because next week's a shorter week. We got Labor Day Monday, so yeah. It also means I can give my extra copy to Phil and Katie, because mostly why not? They don't have the film at all, and it does come with commentaries featuring friends of ours, so that kind of seemed nicer. That being because the audio commentary is by Alexandra Helen Nicholas and Josh Nelson, both of whom are friends of ours. And yeah, plus a bunch of other featurettes and stuff. However, the limited edition version comes with a rigid slipcase with new artwork by Nick Charge, a 70-page book with new essays by Thomas Caldwell, Sally Christie, friend of the channel, fellow Cinemaniacs board member, Cerise Howard, another fellow Australian, and Joanne McIntyre. They're all probably Aussies, and 6 collectible art cards. I wanted it for Sally's essay, because, I always love to brag to my friends, because I see Sally at the Cinemaniacs, and be like, hey, I think she's a board member on the Cinemaniacs. Oh, that's cool. So, Chopper actually came in plastic. Jesus Christ. That's really funny. At least in terms of booklet, you get this, which has some nice artwork to it. Behind-the-scenes image with the table of contents. So Sally's is called Chopper Read Melbourne Myth. Yeah, these all seem like to be, pretty Australian in terms of who wrote them and whatever, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, if I flip to it, you get Thomas's, you get some images as well, which is cool. You get Cerise's, which is nice. There we go. It's Sally's essay. Yay! My money's worth. And yeah, and then the other essay. I like how they've all got images to them. It's really, really cool. It's a nice set. Nice booklet. Oh, a lot of blood in that last picture. Oh, wee. And of course your classic doodally of art cards, which, and images from the film, which is fine. Curious how they have the blue tint to them, which is nice for the color scheme of the set. So it's not too bad. Again, the artwork is replicated, much like with Second Sight's majority of what they do. But I like how the standard version, the case itself, which I now need to grab my knife again, easy peasy. And nothing on the inside. Cool. I'll wrap this up here. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Of course, if you're in Melbourne for this weekend, the weekend of the 15th... Oh, God, I don't have my phone on me. The date will be on screen. Cinemaniacs, we're doing Cobra in 35mm. Preceding it is a, 7-hour-long movie market from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., maybe 4 p.m., but nonetheless... I'll be there selling figurines and Blu-rays and vinyl and a bunch of shit. So feel free to come by if you're in Melbourne. Other than that, see you kids next time. Adios. I'll probably do a video on the whole event just because it's going to be my first time as a seller. So that'll be really fun. So yeah. Alright. Bye.